If you are watching on your computer, make sure you can get us on your local cable provider. Go to u2america.com and enter your zip code to find out where you can find us locally. I'm Barry Nussbaum, filling in tonight for Dr. G. Welcome back to America Trends. Joining me from New York City tonight is Pamela Geller. Pamela is the president of the American Freedom Defense Initiative and my good friend. Pam, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Barry.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to have you here. Let's get into it. We've got some really important stuff to talk about that you are the expert on. So, first, immigration into the United States under President Obama and his plan seems to be increasing at the same time that the vetting process for these mass immigration people being processed seems to be cut back. Is this really true in light of what we know about the world and terrorism?
Well, we do know that Obama has vowed to cut the vetting process, which is now completely crippled because many of these people are coming over with no papers, and many that have papers were produced by ISIS who have passport machines. There's no way to vet these migrants, and it's deeply disturbing. Even today, the German government said that there was 369 terrorists in and among the migrant influx, and that's what they know about. How many don't they know about? We know that the Brussels jihadis and the Paris jihadis posed as migrants. How many people have to die before the American government, no matter who the president is, takes this threat very seriously?
Got it. So in a related issue, you've spoken out about mosques being established in the workplaces and in schools across America. What can you tell us about that? Well,
look, there are many tentacles of jihad. Yes, violent jihad, but there's also the stealth jihad. And we see the Islamization of America vis-a-vis the mosquing of the workplace, where Muslims protest, riot, sue to impose Muslim prayer times. And it's interesting that the companies that are targeted are always the ones that are the most generous to their Muslim employees. The Heinz Corporation, Hertz, Target, Walmart, these companies, particularly in the case of Hertz, who was giving Muslim prayer times to their workers and prayer spaces, they're being sued because the Muslims would leave for prayer breaks and then not come back. So Hertz said, look, you have to clock out for your Muslim prayer times. And they said, no, we're not clocking out. And they said, look, you have to, or we're going to suspend you. And they wouldn't clock out. They were suspended, and now they're being sued. Heinz is being sued to stop the line for Muslim prayer times. Now, mind you, in Muslim countries, they don't stop the line. They make up the prayers before or after work. This is a way of imposing Islam on the workplace because in many cases, when they do allow for these prayer breaks, other non-Muslim employees have to extend their work days. So they're being inconvenienced, and many of these workers don't want to. There have been conflicting protests, and in some cases, it got violent. And we see it in the schools. We see schools with heavy Muslim populations are giving Muslim students prayer spaces, prayer rooms to pray. You don't see that with Christians. You don't see that with Jews. But the worst Islamization in America is on speech, is on these quote-unquote hate speech laws that they seek to impose. The media self-enforces the Sharia, the blasphemy laws under the Sharia. They won't criticize Islam. They scrub jihad from news stories, like the jihadi the day before yesterday who hacked with a knife a number of commuters at a Munich railway station while screaming Allahu Akbar. CNN never ran that. Never ran that. He said, infidel, I'm going to kill you. And so this is what we're seeing. It is a soft jihad. It is
so Pam, what's the Department of Justice position on this? You've talked about accommodations that seem to favor one religion over another. Where's the Department of Justice in all of this?
Well, the Department of Justice, disturbingly enough, is partnering with terror-tied groups. that they're not supposed to partner with. I mean, the FBI, for example, severed all ties with CARE, the Council of American Islamic Relations, an unindicted co-conspirator in the largest terrorist funding trial in our nation's history, the Holy Land Foundation trial. They were named as a Muslim Brotherhood proxy. They're partnering with them. And they're dictating, CARE is dictating policy. As a matter of fact, the Obama administration scuttled the prosecutions of the groups named in the Holy Land Foundation trial: CARE, ISNA, ICNA, Muslim Student Association, the Muslim Student Association, who's imposing the draconian blasphemy laws under the Sharia on college campuses. I mean, any college student that's pro-Israel is taking his life in his hands.
All right, well, let's talk about the college campuses. You've got free speech protected since the founding of the country by the First Amendment. And now college campuses across America are establishing zones where free speech is not only not possible, it's precluded. What's going on the college campuses?
This is a part of the leftist Islamic alliance to abridge our freedoms. The Students for Justice in Palestine is a Hamas group. And if you speak to any Jewish college kids, it is a very dangerous thing to be vocally pro-Israel. You're targeted, you're intimidated. Again, we see this year, Jewish students got eviction notices on their dorm doors. If anybody wants to see what it's like, there's a video on YouTube of me speaking at Brooklyn College. It's a zoo. It's mayhem. And what's interesting is that as crazy as that video is, it doesn't even convey the real tension and the disturbing feeling in that room. And it was chaos. It was complete chaos. This is what people are turning a blind eye to.
All right, so
silence is sanction.
Let's look at that for a second. This is last question. Certain news doesn't seem to be making it on the networks. This is an open secret that doesn't make it into mainstream press. Why not?
Because they are self-enforcing the Sharia. The media will not offend or criticize Islam. And freedom of speech is the foundation of a free society. Without it, a tyrant can wreak havoc unopposed while his opponents are silenced.
I got it. Pam, let me tell the viewers, find Pam Geller at PamelaGeller.com. You really need to go check out her website. Pam, thanks so much for being with us tonight. Up next, more America Trends coming up in just a minute. Again, stay tuned. Big show tonight for you.